it just came to me. I think I know why we are going about affirmations and gratitude the way we're doing it. I think I know why. That's because... Hi, loving souls. Welcome back to Jendely's Lane. Today I have another perception for you, and let's get right into the video. Guys, I'm getting so good at bringing you guys this perception without actually writing it down. Well, I do record it, but without actually looking at a piece of paper. It's just flowing out of me just naturally now, and I'm so grateful because I love the path of least resistance. Actually, I love the path of no resistance. So I'm glad that this is happening so freely. But it just came to me. I think I know why we are going about affirmations and gratitude the way we're doing it. I think I know why. That's because we are thinking that we're talking to external force, external power, external beings, something that is not even us. I think that's why we go about saying these things, hoping that this external being, this external power will hear it and reward us. Or will hear it and be like, oh, you're so good. I'm so glad that you're so grateful to me. Or you think the universe is this separate entity that holds this power. That will be like, oh my God, look at this person. They're so grateful. I need to reward them for their gratitude. They're so positive. I need to reward them for their positivity. I think that's the problem. We're projecting it onto external force or power. The truth is you're actually talking to yourself. The gratitude you're saying is towards you. The affirmation you're saying is towards you. You are the universe, you're the extension, you're everything. So what you're talking to is actually you. What you're hoping will reward you is you. So the best way to do it is to turn all that back to you and be as real as possible with yourself based on your current perception. You just have to be real. You just do. Like back then when this question came to my mind, so you're praying, but who are you praying to? You're praying to yourself, but because you're projecting it and putting the power into something else's, you sit back and make yourself feel so little and then expect some kind of miracle to happen from out there. You are that. If you don't get fed up with your situation, if you don't turn within yourself, you're constantly gonna project everything on the outside, and everything comes from within and then out. I just recently learned, which is usually my reality, but I've sometimes fall into that state that it's from outside in or in, I don't know, but it's from inside out. So be real with yourself. You don't feel grateful? Don't pretend to be grateful. You don't feel happy? Tell yourself, I'm not happy. I think the reason what creates this is the split between the ego self and the higher self. I think because there is that split, we tend to feel small because the ego does feel small, and we project stuff out to this power that is also you, by the way. You're both the ego and the power that you're projecting things into. So you have to rely on yourself internally. You have to turn the focus back in and ask yourself, what does it mean to turn the focus back in? What happens when you turn the focus back in? What happens is you realize that you're it all. I'm going to give you guys a list of things, and I'm going to tell you guys why it doesn't work for me and how you can make it work for you. Let's start with affirmation. This is the thing with affirmation. It never worked for me in the past because I was going about it the way people are going about it now. This is how it's done. We go out, we look for affirmation videos, we let it play over and over, we repeat it, or we go on Pinterest, look for a list of affirmations, we repeat it. I'm wealthy, I'm happy, I'm this. But the thing with it is, it just didn't resonate with me. It didn't work for me. I didn't believe it back then. It just wasn't my reality. so it seemed out of reach. Okay, all those things that I was like repeating. So I used to get angry with myself because I expected it to work. I was expecting them to be magic words that would change my mental state and my physical state, but they weren't working for me because I was reaching out for affirmation. And this is what I've noticed about me with my spiritual journey. If I find myself going out there and picking up a practice because everybody else is doing it and it's not in alignment with my journey, I will quickly realize that that is not the way to go about it. And this is how I know when it doesn't resonate with me. The clarity, I'm not at the point to receive the clarity for that particular practice. That's what I've noticed for myself. I tried to catch the sunlight, but I wasn't able to, so I'm going to use my LED light instead, and that's okay. This is what affirmation is for me, and this is how I experience it, and this is how it becomes my reality. Okay? Affirmations for me are a state of being that I resonate with. Let me give you an example. Let's take an affirmation, for example. I am one with the universe. Oh, I'm one with everything. That affirmation right there, for me, I would just fall into this state. I feel one with everything, where I feel connected with everything. You know, I sit with that feeling. After a moment, the words associated with that state of being, a state that I'm in, will start to be present. And it will go something like this. I'm one with the universe. I'm one with everything. I am one with everything. I'm one with it all. It's like a different way of saying it. That affirmation is my current reality. I'm currently feeling it. I'm currently with it. I am not like reaching out, or I'm not saying it to make it my future experience. Does that make sense? The affirmation isn't my future experience. It is my present experience. And that's what affirmations are for me. Affirmations are a state that comes with words that are sometimes repeated, not always, sometimes repeated simply out of a state of either being amazed or mostly being amazed. Let's take another affirmation, for instance. I'm wealthy. From to say those words, I'm wealthy, I feel this state of absolute wealth, right? That I'm resonating with. After I feel it, sometimes I don't even say I feel wealthy. I just am. The feeling is just there. The feeling is just there. And after a bit, I might say, I'm wealthy. I have it all. I am actually it all. I'm everything. I have plenty. Then those words will come out. That's how affirmation works for me. If you are like my past self that is out there using affirmations every day and it's not working, let me show you the way to use affirmations so it works for you. So this is the dialogue I will have with my past self that was using affirmations the way people are using it now. So Jendely, you're telling me that these affirmations are not helping you. No, they're not helping me, and I'm frustrated with it. I expect them to be magic words. Okay, what's the one thing that's currently working for you? Let's see. Curiosity. Curiosity works for me, okay? So when you're curious about something, you tend to have answers for that thing, correct? Yes. You tend to have more result being curious about something than you do when you're using affirmation, correct? Yes. Yes, Jendely, yes. Okay. So how about we do it this way? We're going to flip it around. This is where the tip is for you to use. We're going to take all your affirmations and turn it into curious questions. We're going to put question mark at the end of all of them. And this is how it's going to go. Let's take the affirmation, for instance, I'm wealthy. This is how you're going to say it. I'm wealthy. What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it feel like? Now, when you're being curious about these affirmations, I want you to put yourself in a childlike, curious mindset. So another affirmation is, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So this is how you're going to say, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. What does that mean? What does it feel like to be right where you're supposed to be? The second affirmation will be, I'm one with everything. And this is how you're going to say this one in a curious way. I'm one with everything. I'm one with everything. What does that mean? What does it mean to be one with everything? Now, this is where you can go wrong. You think with your common sense that you know what it's like to be one with everything based on your current perception. But the truth is, if you haven't had a spiritual experience or resonate with that, and it's just an affirmation to you, then you don't know what it means and what it's like to be one with everything. So you still, if you think you know what it's like, you still want to go ahead and be curious because you don't know what it's really like to be one with everything. It's an expansive state. It's wild for the common mind, okay? So you want to go ahead and say, I'm one with everything. What does that mean to be one with everything? What does it feel like to be one with everything? What does it feel like? And you let it go. So you can take your affirmations and the ones that you feel led to be curious about, take those and be curious about those. Just ask yourself in a curious way, back and forth, like that. Because once you're curious, the universe tends to clarify your curiosity. Because once I'm curious, my curiosity tends to be it get clarified or I get answered. It's better to go this route than to repeat words that you don't resonate with, but you're hoping that you resonate with it. It's just better to go this way, in my opinion.